Gunther literally pins Drew Gulak against the wall, rips off his shirt, and slaps his titty the hardest I've ever seen a titty get slapped. Harder than Rollins versus Rhodes at Backlash. It was pretty hot, honestly.
Get back to the show. Get back to the show.
Ow! I forgot that Cody Rhodes was in AEW.
Yeah, well, because a vicious circle flare.
Ow! That's good shit, pal.
There will be no safe word.
The main event.
Oh, hello, I'm your host, Ed Felix.
And I'm your co-host, P. Whitty, somewhere in deepest, darkest part unknown Phoenix.
And welcome to the Jobbing Jabronis Wrestling Podcast, or as our friends call it, holy shit, people still watch that stuff? And what do we do here, Paul?
We watch this crap so you don't have to, because we here at Jobbing Jabronis understand that you have fulfilling, wonderful lives.
That's right. We will waste our lives so you don't have to. And we did stay home on a Friday night and watch SmackDown, so y'all don't have to.
Yep.
So here
You're
we
welcome.
go. You are very welcome. We kick off the show with RKBro coming to the ring, accompanied by their augmented reality rabbits or kangaroos. I'm not sure what they are. But it feels like WWE is getting ready to launch Matt Riddle's Stoner Zoo, which I'm looking forward to seeing.
That'd be amazing, man.
We get an overwhelming, massive amount of cheers for Randy Orton. This man is beloved. And it makes me wonder, is Randy trying to steal the Happy Corbin gimmick?
It seemed like that to me.
Yeah, I think we've got ourselves a Happy Orton debuting in the next couple weeks, which it will make it all the more amazing when he does finally, turn on Matt Riddle, use all that goodwill he's built with the fans and just squash it by turning heel on Matt Riddle.
Like a grape.
I can already picture it. Randy tells Riddle he's just been pretending to smoke these blunts this whole time. Just rips off his shirt to reveal a Dare shirt underneath. And then, punts Matt Riddle in the head and goes all Nancy Reagan on his ass.
Oh, Ronnie would love that.
There is your WrestleMania 39 main event, pal.
I can see it now.
Anyway, Randy cuts a promo telling the Usos they have no balls. It's WWE classic. And for some reason this always works in WWE. When a wrestler accuses another wrestler of having no balls or being chicken, the wrestler being accused is, I think, mandated by law to react like Marty McFly in Back to the Future. Hey, nobody calls me chicken. You're on, pal. I'll give you a title shot and prove to you I'm not a chicken.
A naked and I quit match. The most amazing. Sorry, I digress. But did you see also, we also got a really funny moment with Matt Riddle apologizing, bro, for losing them the 6-man match at Backlash in the most stoner way possible. My bad, bro. I got speared by Roman. And I know I disappointed everyone in the WWE universe by actually letting a finisher finish me. But Randy, in a Happy Orton kind of way, just told Riddle, it's cool, man. And they demand a tag team title unification match against the Usos. But instead of the Bloodline coming out, who did we get?
Sami Zayn.
Who is apparently the Bloodline's secretary, now answering all their calls. But, Edwin, I ask you, could it really be Sami is actually in the Bloodline now? Is Sami Zayn really the lost Samoan? And how pissed must Samoa Joe be right now? I mean, he's actually Samoan, and he could never get in when this Canadian can. Oh. But then Sami tells Randy, nobody cares about a tag team unification match. I think that line was probably right from VKM himself. And then Randy tries to bait Sami into having a match with Stoner Dude with an opportunity to face the Usos, on the line.
Hey, by the way, I just realized the reason Vince is unifying the titles is just so that way he only has one set of belts to retire to get rid of the tag team division.
That's genius. That's book it, Pritchard. Do it.
But wait. Then Riddle, more insulting, tried to insult Sami by calling him Rusty. But you see, his hair is red ginger.
He's a ginger.
He went there. And Happy Orton actually enjoyed it that was disappointing. But I can see it now. When Sami is done with his Lost Samoan gimmick, he will become the Lost Irishman and team with Butch. Rusty and Butch, future tag team champions. You heard it here on Job and Jabroni's first, folks. Write it down.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Sami chickens out of Orton's challenge. Like the chicken ginger that he is. But then Adam Pearce comes out and makes him face Matt Riddle. And I was going to say that the camera angle they used when Sami was escaping up the ramp with his back turned towards the ramp, this seriously made me think Teddy Long was making a surprise appearance.
God, that would have been great.
You just see Sami's back turn to the ramp. You just see a small, bald figure in a suit somewhere in the distance. I was just waiting to hear we're going to have ourselves a tag team match, player.
Oh, yeah.
Horrible Teddy Long impression.
No, hey, it's a great reference at least. Don't worry. We don't do impressions here. We just do life.
We're not actors, people. We're just, we just talk.
Exactly.
But then we get a really solid match from Matt Riddle and Sami Zayn, which, why wouldn't you?
How couldn't you?
There was a spot in this match where Sami pushed Riddle off the turnbuckle and to the outside, and man, that hurt to watch, especially since Riddle wrestles barefoot.
Yeah.
Which made me think, Riddle is probably the one dude in WWE who could get away with starting a feet-based OnlyFans. There's got to be a lot of female foot fetishists out there excited about that.
I mean, but to be honest, it did work in the 80s for Kevin Von Erich in World Class Wrestling in Texas.
Wow. Wow. I'm not sure you all understand what a specific reference P. Whitty just made.
I know my bare feet wrestlers.
Kevin Von Erich used to wrestle barefoot when he was in World Class Wrestling in I believe the 1920s or something.
1982. I'm not that old, Edwin.
Probably the first time any of our viewers have heard that name or even talked about that year in history ever. So that's we're also history teachers.
And I could also say last weekend I was in Dallas and went to the Von Erich Cemetery, but I won't go there because that would make me look really pathetic on a vacation doing that. So back to reality, and this is a service we provide for you, completely useless wrestling knowledge that will not help any of you in any way possible. God, I feel good now. Do you, Edwin?
I feel great.
Back to the match. We also got a cool spot where Sami tried to hit Randy Orton's middle rope DDT on Riddle, but Riddle tosses him over the top rope, and then he hit Sami with a middle rope DDT. And the match ended with Riddle saving himself from getting counted out, and Riddle got back in the ring for the win and gives Sami the runaround, and then hits him one more time with a Bro Derek. Woo! For the win.
By the way, Riddle, really big fan of actually ending matches with finishers as of late, whether he's the one getting pinned or he's doing the pinning. Good for him.
I can respect that. But even though this was a great match, did it mean anything? Because Sami never agreed to the stipulation Randy pitched earlier, did he?
No, he didn't. That was weird. And hey, we give you a rating on every segment of the shows, and I understand we have a very special guest with us tonight who's going to do the ratings for the matches tonight.
It's the star of this week's episode. It's Fidel Castro, Sami Zayn. Hey, so glad to see you, everyone. And the rating for the first one. Hey, Edwin, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great.
Support Cuba. Communism's good. But communism is not as good as this match was. Wasn't I excellent?
And you were
amazing. And this Lost Samoa gimmick is going to get me all the way to WrestleMania main event. Yay!
Sammy,
so give it a thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Sammy, I really love the part mid-match where you managed to unionize the entire locker room in the middle of the match. That was quite the impressive feat. Congratulations.
Yep. Vince didn't even see it coming. Woo! Just wait till Raw. Then I'll unionize the entire WWE universe. So, okay. See you after the next match. Bye, Edwin.
Bye. And then we move on to my personal favorite segment of the week. We get a backstage segment with the Bloodline, and apparently RK-Bro's mean comments really got to the Usos because they're just sitting there moping and whining to Roman. They're like, man, we beat RK-Bro at Backlash, but they still be talking trash. Why they being mean to us, Us? We got to beat them up again so they stop being mean.
Yeah. And, that's what I'm talking about, Edwin. I hear that all the time in my preschool.
Yeah. Difference between the preschool and the WWE tag division. There are just the same thing. By the way, I'm surprised. I'm surprised they didn't take Randy's insults literally and just show Roman their balls to prove they have some. Heyman's all trying to cover it up for the camera. He's like, hey, we got balls, right, Us? Check them out. And this was a brief segment, but since that segment featured Sammy's new Samoan family, I'd love to get a rating from him.
That was a great segment, wasn't it? Didn't my cousins do a great job? I call them cousins. Yeah, they did a great job. Yeah, the Usos and me. Yeah, I'm the Sami and the Usay. You say? And Roman, man, I hope I can have half as comfy a chair as he has in a few years. Oh God, so I took so many notes in that segment, and it was a thumbs big up. And by the way, Edwin, are you a member of a union?
I hope so one day. Right now I'm unemployed, but
I can get you signed up one. Send me your information and I'll text you and we'll get you signed up. You need a union. That
sounds great. I'd love to join the union for the unemployed.
Or less. 3 minutes.
Let's
okay.
do it.
Bye-bye.
And by the way, before I forget, WWE announced their new premium live event, Clash of Clans, which I hope one day will sponsor these videos, but until then, we'll just keep calling WWE pay-per-views by the wrong name. I'm sorry, premium live event.
Premium live events. Maybe they'll have one sponsored by Fortnite as well. It would last 8 fortnights. They've had great balls of fire. They can do anything.
That's right.
Okay, and now it comes to the next big event. We've had the men. Now it's time for the ladies. As we have the new SmackDown champion, and boy, is she excited to be there holding her title upside down. But Edwin, maybe it's a sign. Like like those that choose to hold the American flag upside down.
Oh yeah.
Maybe this is just indication. Heel turn is imminent.
The people who hold the American flag upside down, like the communists, like Sami Zayn.
We're not. Oh yeah, we're communists. You say that's a bad thing, Edwin? That's a bad thing? Huh? I'm just trying to bring equity to the world. Don't give me that crap.
Anyway, I interrupted you. So, Ronda heel turn imminent. What were you saying?
I'm just saying maybe not. Also, I noticed Ronda might be becoming a little more worried about COVID because she wasn't happily high-fiving everyone. She was just letting them touch her belt.
That's right. Just rub the belt.
Yeah, and honestly, I would do the same. COVID probably originated in, well, at least an AEW fan, don't you think? if not a WWF fan. I said WWF hater, come get me. But good on Ronda. And then Michael Cole and Pat McAfee recap the Ronda versus Charlotte match from Backlash, explaining to us for the 1 millionth time how an I Quit match works. I will add, they're nowhere near as excited to explain it as the ring announcer from Backlash was. And dang, I missed that already. And I don't get this. An I Quit match is not hard to understand. The person you're fighting says, I quit, then the other person wins. Not that hard. I quit. You?
You win. You win.
Thank you.
I was thinking during this 10-hour explanation.
That's dangerous.
It's like having them explain this so damn much. It makes me feel like the new head writer for SmackDown is the former head writer for Dora the Explorer, which that's probably how they hire, writers. They know there's a giant overlap between the fan bases for those two shows. And the
well, I have heard rumors that they're going to change Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley's names to Dora and Diego. So we'll see. We'll see.
Next week, Rhea is going to come out all like, ¿Puedes decir me rindo? That means I quit in Spanish. I also like this touch by the announcers. They gave us a recap of every B word, that's bitch word, that was dropped during the Ronda Charlotte match at Backlash, and that compilation took about 2 hours to get through. Just a lot of B bombs. They blew their B budget on that match for sure.
I mean, someone has to do a tribute to this scene too. It's like the Beach Boys. Ba 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 bitch. Ba 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 bitch. That's as far as I go right now. But next week maybe we'll have more.
Yeah.
But let's get back to the match, where we cut to Smiley Ronda, because everyone's got a smile in the ring. And to help build her credibility as new champion, they're going to have her do the one thing she's unquestionably the best at: cutting a promo.
Right.
It's dang. She's like American Dream, Dusty Rhodes caliber.
Like modern day CM Punk.
Heck yeah. Even though he's still alive and doing well. But anyway, Ronda says Charlotte was the toughest competitor she's ever had to face. So tough that she had to break her radius.
That's right. That's right.
And you know what, Edwin? I feel so bad for Charlotte. Breaking her radius. How did they come up with radius? I mean, like, I don't know.
Broke her arm. No, we gotta pull out the geometry for this.
I don't know. Just before her, but she broke it, Edwin, right before her wedding and honeymoon.
So
you're getting
sad.
married. Imagine you break your arm right before you're married.
I could never. That's
so
the saddest thing ever.
I mean, it's bad enough she's missing her paychecks by not being able to wrestle, but also ruining such a special life moment. Sad.
Man.
Lesson in life, folks. Like, Edwin, you don't do this. Don't challenge a badass cage fighter to an I Quit match right before your wedding. Okay? And I forget, Edwin, how does an I Quit match work again?
Oh, wait. I don't remember. I'm gonna need Michael and Pat to give me one more run at that. I don't remember how it works.
Well, you know. No.
But we digress, because then we get Ronda issuing an open challenge for the SmackDown Women's Championship title, baby.
Yes.
And, issuing an open challenge to all 4 women on the SmackDown roster. We're just watching in the back. And who comes out? None other than Smiley Raquel Rodriguez. She kind of reminds me of that super jack girl from Encanto. What was her name? Luisa Madrigal.
Ooh, Luisa.
She really does look like her, though. Like,
how do you
big ass, boulder shoulders. Yeah, she could kick someone's ass.
Just don't call her big ass if you're actually in the theater watching that movie around kids. They might not like that. But yeah, it totally fits.
They had a backstage segment with an interviewer when she debuted like 2 weeks ago. And they usually have the interviewers like standing on a split to make the people look taller. But they weren't this time. Raquel was just like 5 feet taller than this girl, just as is.
She's an Amazon.
Anyway, just like that, we get Smiley Ronda versus Smiley Raquel Rodriguez in a one-on-one match for the SmackDown Women's Championship. So many Smileys going on in this match. It had to have been sponsored by Walmart. and this was quite the match, honestly. And I got to be even more honest than that. Ronda is winning me over. Not that one of the most accomplished women in sports history gives a shit about what I have to say. But I gotta say, her matches are consistently, the most entertaining part of the card, and this match was proof of it.
You hear that, Ronda? You hear that, Ronda? You can go to bed tonight happy. Edwin approves, and so does P. Whitty. We both approve. Good job.
We approve. You've gotten the validation you so aspire to have from two no-name YouTubers. So far. But yeah, her matches just have this sense of unfiltered chaos that other matches don't have. And sure, she's still green in certain aspects, but damn if this wasn't a great match. Both women came out of this looking fantastic. Crowd was super hot, and we got to watch Ronda wrestle on free TV, which I don't know if we've gotten before.
Not in a long time.
Yeah, not in a long time at least. And also Raquel, challenging for the title in her second match on SmackDown. Big deal for her. And even just past the hype, a lot of cool spots in this match, a lot of cool counters in this match. Ronda countered Raquel's power bomb into a pin to win the match, which looked pretty sick. It reminded me of the counters Kurt Angle used to do. She had another counter where she reversed another power bomb attempt into an ankle lock, and it gave me big Angle versus HBK vibes. And I honestly do think Ronda could reach Kurt Angle levels one day. She doesn't have that charisma on the mic yet, but she can get there. I mean, this woman grew up with an actual speech disorder, and she's out here, working on her promo game. Can't shit on that. Well, I guess you could, but you'd be an asshole. But she's putting in the work. And you know what will take her to the next level?
What,
next level.
Edwin?
I think Kurt Angle should lend her his cowboy hat.
Oh, that would be amazing. Oh, Vince, get this done. You need to be listening. I'm sure he's listening. Get that done. That would get her to the next level. Oh, by the way, talk about that open challenge thing. When someone issues an open challenge, how do the officials in the back decide who to give it to? Because I'm assuming about 20 wrestlers rush to the gorilla position to take the challenge, like in a preschool, and who's gonna be first in line to leave the door? Leave the room. Is it just the first come, first serve? Whoever can talk the sound guy into playing their theme song first? And then, and man, after the match, did you see Aaliyah giving Shotzi shit? Man, I never seen Aaliyah be that impassioned. Because apparently Shotzi locked Aaliyah in a room so Aaliyah couldn't make it to the gorilla position in time. Because just imagine what kind of match Aaliyah could have had. Man, these open challenges are just toxically competitive.
This is straight up kidnappings going on in the back.
Oh, actually, that sounds like a Vince McMahon from toxically competitive. I guess this is why the 24/7 title is the most coveted championship in WWE. It can be defended anytime, anywhere. No need to rush to the ramp like a bunch of Neanderthals.
That's right. That's got to be the third belt Roman acquires. This unifies all three. And can we get a rating on the Charlotte? Can we get a rating on the Ronda Raquel Rodriguez match from our resident communist, Sami Zayn?
Oh, this is a great match. I give it a thumbs up, but of course, I would give it a thumbs up anyway because Ronda would beat me up if I said otherwise. Good job, Ronda. Help me, Ronda. Now get me out of the ring. Bye-bye. And then we move on to my favorite wrestler, Madcap Moss, and his victory celebration from the huge match on Sunday. He came out and he started out kind of seductively saying, "You know what, WWE Universe?" I just say, I'm quoting him, not me. "You know, he wants to try it all, Edwin." Yeah, how about a tag team with Sasha Banks? Sasha Madcap Banks would be their tag team. Dora Diego, watch out. Or maybe a tag team with Hornswoggle if he was feeling a little horny woggle. And you know, one day, maybe they'll actually have a feud with a real wrestler. Happy Corbin!
Hey, maybe that's the reason why in the 2010s, remember they would name every tag team just Team Blank? That's probably like Team Hell No, because it's actually really hard to come up with a good tag team name. That's probably why they did that. Anyway.
Probably. Yeah, but the Madcap's victory speech, though, was cut short by a dastardly Baron Corbin, murdering him with a chair and stat over and over. And then Baron Corbin beats the crap out of him, puts his neck in the steel chair, and then smashes it down like a hammer using the Andre the Giant trophy. Now, okay. You'd think, though, by this time, Madcap would learn, just keep the Andre trophy at home. But also, I mean, I'm impressed. That has got to be the sturdiest trophy statue in the history of the WWF. And I said, F, Panda, come hit me with a statue.
It definitely has to be. I could have sworn in prior years we've seen that trophy get smashed at least 10 times, but this year it's particularly solid, which says a lot that they can afford to make a trophy that sturdy, you know, after hiring Cody Rhodes and having him and do his entrance like 3 times in one show.
Or they just can't afford to replace it.
Anyway, back to the Madcap Baron Corbin segment. Understandably, the crowd shit all over the segment.
What?
It got more booze than
I heard cheers.
Did you? Wow. They might have been piped in your head. This segment got more booze than the Morbius movie.
Ooh.
It got more booze than Cats.
Ow.
This segment got more booze than Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness if you watched it in a theater with reasonably intelligent people.
Ouch.
I'm gonna get a lot of angry Marvel fans in the comments. And you know, whenever I shit talk a Marvel movie, it's always men for some reason that get really defensive. I don't know why. Anyway,
women care about substantial stuff like Lifetime movies.
This segment was what they had scheduled for the 8:00 hour slot, which is prime time, probably the most important part of the show, more important than the main event. So obviously, somebody backstage thought that this segment would kill. Just Vince was in the back, just riding this thing. Just watch, this is gonna be such good shit, pal.
I don't see it, even though I love Madcap.
Didn't pan out. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but Madcap Moss was trying really hard not to laugh when they were loading him into the ambulance. My man was about to corpse. Sent for the man.
Well, nothing more fun than going to the hospital. That's what I always say.
Also, why is it that committing crimes, violent crimes to be specific, in the WWE is the only way of setting up a rematch? It's like if somebody wants a rematch, after they lost, they just simply assault their opponent the next night on the show. It's gotta be a more diplomatic way to do this. Like, maybe you can just ask.
Yeah, use your words.
Like, hey man, you were the better man tonight, and I would love a rematch to keep developing my skills as a performer. What do you say?
Did Ricochet try that? It sounds like a Ricochet line.
I was gonna say my impression of a diplomatic wrestler sounds horrible. Now that you bring it up, I do sound like Ricochet doing a backstage interview. That's why I'm the Intercontinental Champion, because of my amazing diplomacy.
Exactly.
Which, by the way, we do this because for some reason when Ricochet talks, he just finds a need to rub his Intercontinental belt over and over. And
Particularly when talking to Aaliyah.
But anyway, that's how you do it. That's how you get the rematch. You just be diplomatic, and once you got him reeled in, then you hit him with a steel chair. Now that's good shit, pal. And
yes, it is.
and finally, to end this segment, why is it with people in WWE wearing both suspenders and a belt? Like Madcap does it, Butch does it. Not even the original Newsies did both. You can't pull that off.
Edwin, because they're the two hottest things going in the WWF. I did F Panda going today, and it's going to be the new fad. Pretty soon you're going to go to high schools. I don't know why you go to high schools. That sounds kind of creepy. But if you went to high schools, kids are going to be wearing suspenders and belts. It's going to be the in-look. You heard it here first.
I'd go as a representative for the DARE program.
There you go.
But anywho, can we get a rating for this match from our guest tonight, Sami Zayn?
Well, since I'm so pissed that Madcap Moss has that trophy and I don't, I say good luck on your future endeavors. Plus, Madcap was one of the few people that didn't want to sign up for my union plan. So, screw you, Madcap Moss. And screw your suspenders. The Fido Castro look is so much cooler. So, there you go. And just like that, I'm not sure what your opinion is, but this might have been could have been the main event.
I should have.
We're on to Sassy Sasha Banks and the Glow Lady versus Natalya and Shayna Baszler, otherwise known as the other four real women's wrestlers on the in the whole SmackDown.
By the way, I didn't realize this match was for the tag titles until about 5 minutes in. I was just really confused, thinking it was a one-on-one match.
No, that's good. No, that's just because of the intensity of this feud. Because the writers had done such a good job. You don't care about it's not about the titles. It's about the intense hatred between these two groups of women, teams of women.
You're right.
And you can see it. I mean, Sasha Banks, man. Did she just recently rewatch the main event of WrestleMania 20? Because she just kept going for the crippler crossface over and over and over again. And oh man. And Pat McAfee giving her the respect she deserves on commentary, calling her the BOAT, the best of all time. The NXT 2.0 is now canon, I guess. Baby. I don't know. But, it's not a bad match. I mean, I've seen worse. And, well, that sentence needs to be a T-shirt for the women's tag division, don't you think?
I would buy it.
That would work. But, it could have been better. If Sasha and Naomi were facing literally anyone other than Shayna, Baszler, and Natalya, who had more heel face turns than the Big Show.
Paul White, you mean?
Oh, Paul White, sorry. Remember when Shayna was destroying everyone on the roster, making jobbers out of every female pillar in the WWF? And I said, F Panda, come get me! Well,
I'm Mamba.
Where the ending, Naomi countered Natalya's sharpshooter into a roll-up. Sasha Banks and Naomi retain. And they just start sobbing uncontrollably. I assume because they know being tag team champions in WWF is literally worse than being unemployed.
It really is, though. That's why Vince is trying to cut the whole division. Before we rate this, I have a question. Why?
Yes, ask.
Why is Sasha and Naomi's tag team finisher called Rent's Due? It doesn't make sense for either of their characters. It's the boss Sasha Banks, not the landlord Sasha Banks.
Well, maybe they are big fans of Rent the musical. And many years ago, they rented a copy at Blockbuster, and they can't return it because they're always on the road wrestling.
That makes sense. That makes sense to me. That's why I asked, because you always have the answers. Can we get a rating for the segment from
that idiot doesn't have any answers? That idiot doesn't have any answers. I'm going with the answers, and I'll give you the answer. How many times have we seen this same match? These same women, these same people, and I'm sorry, we need some variety. Future endeavors. But keep up the good work, ladies. I love you. Join my union. Join my union. We'll get used together. Bye.
and then we get a segment with Drew Gulak backstage, which, you know, he is the unfortunate soul relegated to talking to Ricochet backstage this week. That's just where Ricochet hangs out, tries to give people advice. Looks like Aaliyah got promoted. Happy for her.
Actually, I feel sad for Ricochet. I'd rather talk to Aaliyah, but anyway.
Well, she's going places. Unlike Ricochet, she almost made the title match if she hadn't been, you know, kidnapped by Shotzi Blackheart. Anywho, Drew Gulak asks Ricochet for career advice for some reason, and and Ricochet gives him the most ham-fisted generic advice ever. He's like, oh, this is where I'm going to pull out my diplomatic wrestler impression. What's that, Drew? Gunther beat your ass within an inch of your life last week? Well, go out there and confront him directly and beat him up. That's what I would do, because I am the Intercontinental Champion. Rubs boob. And then Ricochet just inappropriately rubbing his Intercontinental belt. And I thought this was a PG show, you know. Rest in peace, Linda McMahon Center run.
I mean, Edwin, I swear the writers just give Ricochet all of his lines are from like lines that were cut in the video game.
Oh my God, you're so right. They sound like SmackDown versus Raw 2005, like cut footage.
Yes,
God
every one of
damn.
his lines. Like, they must have like a book of all these lines they've never used. And like, hey, Ricochet, use these today. Use these.
It's like Ricochet will be like, oh, Gunther beat you up. Then you need to go and confront him. And then just press X shows up on the screen to continue.
Exactly.
Or press circle to just run away and stop talking to Ricochet.
Go find
Aaliyah. That's so accurate. So after Ricochet's pep talk, they part ways. Drew Gulak turns the corner and immediately runs into Gunther. And then we get, I know I said the Bloodline thing was my favorite segment, but this is my favorite segment because we get a live reenactment of 50 Shades of Grey. Gunther literally pins Drew Gulak against the wall, rips off his shirt, and slaps his titty the hardest I've ever seen a titty get slapped. Harder than Rollins versus Rhodes at Backlash. It was pretty hot, honestly.
Get back to the show. Get back to the show.
Oh God, goddamn. I got the sense Ricochet just told Drew Gulak that to, just in case he was thinking of challenging for the Intercontinental title. And now Drew can't challenge for the title because he'll be too busy getting titty reconstruction surgery. So Ricochet's the ultimate politician. Very Machiavellian of him. And maybe a broken cervix is next too for Drew Gulak if they have him face Veer Mahan on Monday.
Yeah, I hope not. That would be sad.
Let's get a rating from Sami for the hottest segment of the show.
Well, Edwin, I take it that you seem to really like this segment, didn't you? You liked the titty slapping. It turned you on?
It was
so if you
else.
join my union, I'll give it a good shit, sir. How about that? You want to join my union? I'll give you a good shit.
I will join. Where do I sign?
Then that's a good shit, sir. And I will text it to you right after the show. Get back to me, and we are in business, and you'll be making money and get healthcare before you know it.
I can't wait. I can't wait. I've always wanted to visit Cuba.
Oh, it's beautiful this time of year from what I hear. And finally, okay. I know I said Madcap Moss is my favorite team, but okay, he might be my second favorite. Because anyhow, we move on to some great news. Who has been found? Butch. He disappeared 3 weeks ago, and he has been, what once was lost, has now been found tonight. Or something like that. He just comes and goes wherever and whenever he likes, because That's what a man named Butch does. And did you hear he even has his new theme song? They came out to? Yeah, you want to hear it?
Yeah, I want to hear it. Let's hear it.
Oh, sweet. Okay, this is even better than the AJ Styles one from Raw or from Backlash, I believe. It goes like this. Turn on the keyboard. There you go.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
You want to hear it? You want to hear it, Edwin?
Yes, let's hear the Butch new theme song.
Where's Butch? Oh. Where's Butch? Okay. Oh, you hear it? I'm easy. I better might get. Oh shoot! My computer is running out.
Just wait up. We're gonna do a concert tour this summer, reenacting all of these WWE themes.
There we go. There's a chord. Okay, where's Butch? Is he under the mat? Where's Butch? Is he mutilating the cat? Where's Butch? Boy, is Sheamus getting mad. Doesn't he know the main event's about to begin? Oh, man, that just so energized the crowd. It was amazing. And not only was it Butch, but we're getting, I don't think we've ever seen this. One of Sheamus's guys against Kofi Kingston tonight.
Yeah, that's right.
My God. And poor Kofi. Man, what a sad, I mean, Butch is going on a high. What has happened to our man Kofi? I mean, commentary now uses him to prop someone up as this guy just beat a former world champion. Like, they should be doing it with Jinder Mahal, but not Kofi.
It's like when it's like when they would have just people come out and beat Jinder's ass, right? And they'd be like, "Yeah, he just beat a former world champion." That's Kofi's spot now. It's very sad.
But there was never Jinder Mania. I mean, I'm so pissed how they ended Kofi Mania. And also, did you notice right before the ad break when Kofi came out, it's like he was humping the ring rope. He was like bouncing up and down. Up and down.
And it went on for like an uncomfortably long amount of time.
No,
like they forgot to cut to commercial for 30 seconds as Kofi just humped the ring ropes.
He had the biggest smile on his face. Going up and
he was just there. He just floating there, waiting for the ad break to come. And just
I can't imagine it didn't hurt. But okay, get back under control because that was so funny. But then they return from break. Then he looks like a walking advertisement for because restless leg syndrome. Because like leg is going back and forth. I mean, what is going on here? Do we need the wellness policy back or something? I mean, but then again, it's a word of warning for all you wrestlers out there. Be sure to use protection when you bang the ring ropes, just to be on the safe side. You know, Edwin, you're gonna be married soon. Remember, if that ever happens, be careful. But then we got to the match, and I mean, and I saw someone on Reddit actually say, I'm here live, and this is one of the top 10 worst experiences of my life. Which, I mean, he must be really depressed, because how he could not like a Butch experience, I don't know. Because, you know, I always thought, when you go Butch, you never go back. But then we also got a pretty scary looking SOS by Kofi in this match. Or maybe it wasn't scary at all, and Kofi's just that damn good. Well, I'm glad he didn't try doing it on Ridge Holland. Or maybe I wish he did. I don't know. But Butch, because he is so amazing, makes quick work of Kofi in this match. So he can go back practice his acting skills for the new Newsy sequel coming to Disney+. Hey, yay, we are two little kids selling newspapers today. Smack you if you don't buy them. And you know what's wild?
What?
Wilder than Butch?
What's that?
Why would this wild bar fighter from Ireland or Scotland or something, has such good wrestling form.
He does, doesn't he?
I mean, at least Ronda, like you're saying, at least Ronda looks still like a UFC fighter. Yeah, she can wrestle, but you can tell it. She's just off enough. I like it.
Yeah, Butch is a natural, I guess.
Yeah, Butch is, I mean, you know what Butch reminds me of? Some guy like that may have wrestled in like NXT, been like taught and coached up, and then like they changed its gimmick and brought him up to WWF.
Wait, there's no way they would do that. Like have somebody wrestle in like a developmental territory for years and then repackage him as a bar fighter. I think you're
I'm crazy. But of course, when Butch ends the match, he does. Wait, is Butch a good guy or a bad guy?
He's chaotic neutral, I think, is what they.
Okay, but I thought he was supposed to be more or less bad guy. But then, what did he do when he wins a match?
He usually just wait. He usually, I don't even know what he does anymore. Usually he dips when he loses, and when he wins, like he also dips now.
Oh yeah, well he dipped and then he went back through the crowd again, just like DDP used to. And everyone was asking again, "Where's Butch? Where's he going now? Where's Butch? Sheamus having a cow. Where's Butch? Hope he ever comes back, or else BKM will have an attack."
When he dipped right after he won, I really thought we probably wouldn't see him again for like another 3-4 weeks, like last time. You just see him randomly show up in other wrestling promotions, like they wanted Punk to do in the Summer of Punk, but now it's Butch showing up in
or the USFL or something.
Yeah, he would do well. He's a natural at wrestling, so maybe he's a natural at the USFL too. But despite the fact that they've absolutely massacred my boy Pete Dunne.
Wait, who's Pete Dunne?
He's I think he's Pete's twin brother who I think he talked he talked to him about wrestling or something. I think that's he just kind of picked it up just
oh my god, I can see that
just by hearing about it. Yeah, the twin brothers, but they look different enough. Like his brother totally. Pete was even wilder than Butch.
Yeah.
But they're really making this Butch character work. It's like he's like a rabid animal, like a rabid. But God, it's the rabid Wolverine. I'll be a son of a bitch.
Well, Michael Cole did it first a few weeks ago, so don't feel too bad.
No, it was Pat McAfee. Which if it had been Michael Cole, he probably would have gotten feature endeavored on the spot. But nobody, Pat is untouchable, right? and with the way Butch gets triggered by the ring bell reminds me of Festus from back in the day. Like the Luke Gallows, the artist formerly known as Festus, and formerly known as the Imposter Kane. People forget that in 2005 when Kane had a feud with his imposter self. That was actually Luke Gallows / Festus.
That's good history, sir.
All right, can we get a rating on the Butch segment from our resident communist, Sami Zayn?
Oh yeah, that Butch is wild, man. That Butch is wild. I bet you if I could find him, I would sign him up, and he'd get everyone signed up to be joining my union no time. And also, you know what? I'm about to get the newsies signed up for Union 2 because end child labor now. So obviously, this is good shit, pal. And you know what, Edwin? I've always used protection when I bounce on those ropes. Because, one time KO, he doesn't like to say it, but yeah, he got a little, shall we say, disease from the rope one time when he was at Ring of Honor. Yeah, that wasn't pretty.
Damn, I wouldn't think you'd be so worried about getting anything or anybody pregnant with that, sweet Cuban universal health care.
Well, yeah, but there are still some diseases not even Cuban socialized healthcare can fix. So yeah, there's some you gotta be worried about. Anyway, okay, on to the main event and my man. Woo!
That's right. Just like that, we're on to the main event of the evening, a promo.
Yeah! Yeah. Oh, yeah.
My favorite.
Woo!
Just end the show and the wrestling show with people talking. And the Bloodline comes out, and Roman immediately starts talking mad shit about
What else can
RK-Bro.
he do?
You know, Roman talks about how much he loves, you know, smashing dudes and stacking them on top of each other, so he can just smash them all at the same time. He should be in a tag team with Gunther, is what I gather from this. It was pretty hot too.
That would work.
Yeah. Either that or the Incredible Hulk's coming to the WWE. We get RK-Bro interrupting Roman's speech, and Randy Orton demands a tag team title unification match. And then Randy, you know, goes on to give us an explanation for what a unification title match is that rivals the explanation of what an I Quit match is from earlier. Man, the American education system is something else. It's left us all deeply disappointed.
Well, at least, Edwin, America can still figure out the Southwest lineup system when boarding an airplane. That is still kind of inspiration. We do
You would hope.
60, anyway,
that is inspirational. We can do at least that. By the way, watching these guys go at it on the mic made me realize, you know, how much I actually want a Randy versus Roman match. I think we got one in like 2014, but you know, that was when Roman was still doing his Shield cosplay and wasn't as cool.
Yeah.
But
he was the future.
Randy was really in his element during this promo. He dropped arguably the most devastating line in sports entertainment, telling Roman, "Hey, I just noticed I'm way taller than you." I don't know why, but that like killed me. It doesn't sound like something that was scripted. It really sounded like Randy was just cutting the promo and realized, wow, I'm way taller than you.
Yeah, but then I think Randy and Riddle, like the shit talk. I mean, it was pretty good that time. And it was so good, the Usos actually accept the challenge. Setting up the tag team title unification match for next week on SmackDown, which is weird. They're going to have this huge, amazing match on SmackDown. Something smells rotten here.
Yeah.
And I would bet money there's going to be that I'm making on this podcast. In fact, Edwin, I will bet you all the money I've earned from this podcast so far. There's going to be interference, man. And then the show ends. Oh, in the most exciting way possible. The Usos saying that by this time next week, Jimmy could have 2 belts. Oh, now the math lesson. Actually, I'm going to say this in my preschool voice. Okay, WWE Universe. By this time, 8 p.m. next week, Jimmy is going to have 1, 2 belts. Jay, I am going to have 1, 2 belts. And Roman will still have how many belts? 2 belts. Which means, using my math skills, we will have 20 belts combined for the Bloodline. Let's give it up for Roman! Yay! God, we need help with our educational system. Politicians, reform it now! But then, we end. Roman holds up his 2 titles, like he always does. But then he catches a knee from Riddle to end the show. Riddle, of course, using his bare knee attached to his bare foot, which you can find on Fans Only. Go for it. And it just felt like a very cluster WCW ending for the 90s. And that is why Fox is paying $2 billion for SmackDown.
I was going to say, too, Riddle's knees really they look more impactful to me compared to other wrestlers because he doesn't wear, knee sleeves or whatever. Like, I'm usually very distracted by the thigh slapping that goes on with flying knees. But with Riddle, it looks pretty gnarly. Like Roman looked, his acting is getting better. He looked like he'd actually just gotten decked with that naked knee.
Well, maybe Riddle should, in addition to his foot only, maybe he needs to do a knee only one too on the gram.
Just do one
So,
one limb at a time.
elbow. Maybe do a head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Fans only.
That's how you milk the money on OnlyFans. You have these models out there bearing it all, making, $10 million, but they could make $100 million if they just took it limb by limb, the way Riddle's
Yeah,
gonna
just
do.
do one. Just do one appendage at a time. So,
And
I think we're on to something.
I think we are. Can we get a rating for the main event of the show from our special guest tonight, Sami Zayn?
What do you think I'm going to say about my family, my Samoan brother and cousins? It was great. In fact, my cousin, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, texted me during it saying, he just wanted to say, are you watching this? This is the most amazing thing ever. It's like, yes. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to be in the Black Adam movie too. Just spoiler alert. My cousin has promised me. Yep, it's awesome. And so that was just, oh man, I could not think of a better way to end this card. That was good shit, pal. That was such good shit. Okay. Oh, gotta go find Paul E. Gotta go see. Let's see. That's 2 + 2 + 2. Oh man, we got a lot of belts to take care of. I got a lot of work to do next week. Bye bye.
Before I give our definitive rating of this episode of SmackDown, I was gonna say I would love to see. Did you watch that Fast and Furious movie where Roman Reigns, was with The Rock? It was like they were like preparing for some invasion, and they went all Samoan on these people that were invading
like
their island.
The special dance or something.
Yeah. Roman and The Rock come out like shirtless, just like, fucking ready to mess these people up. I would love if we got a sequel to that. Yeah, I would love it if we had Sami in that, just with his glorious red ginger chest hair just flowing in the wind.
Oh no! Watch it again, Edwin. I was actually in the back.
Were you?
Yeah, I'm hidden in the back.
Oh, I have to rewatch it.
Yeah. If you watch it in reverse in super slow motion, you'll see my ginger hair for just 2 seconds at 1 hour 10 minutes. Yeah. That's where it is. Just look, and you'll see my. Yeah, it was a great experience. The food was delicious.
Oh yeah,
great vegetarian food. Yeah, my cousin took good care of me. Yeah,
I'll have to rewatch it. I mean, I have pretty good eyesight. I feel like I wouldn't have missed, a shameless ginger somewhere in the background, but I'll rewatch it, Sami.
Oh, another fun fact. My Dwayne, I call him Dwayne because that's what family does. Yeah, he almost got me into the last Fast and Furious because I got the role offered me first before John Cena.
Oh, what?
Yeah, but I had an Intercontinental match coming up, so my priority was with the family in the first job, so I had to say no to that one. But there'll be more. With my talent, anything's possible, right, Edwin?
That's right. I can't wait to see them, Sami.
Oh, just wait. In fact, also 50 Shades of Grey, but we're gonna do 50 Shades of Ginger coming up too. Hey, you ain't seen sexy until you've seen Sami.
50 Shades of Ginger.
Yep, coming soon.
Good. It can't get a lower rating than the 50 Shades trilogy did, so I'm all for it.
Oh no.
And
just wait till you see me bounce off that rope in 50 Shades of Ginger. You think Kofi bounced good? You ain't seen nothing yet, folks. See ya!
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for being our special guest, Sami. And with that, our definitive rating for this show comes in at a 6-2 in favor of good shit. WWE Smackdown, a May 13th episode, was good shit, pal. And
I think some of it may have been swayed by his family allegiance, but
I think that's possible. Or maybe we got to reassess our grading rubric. This is our grading rubric is very U.S. educational system right now. It's got to be more, Swedish or something. You gotta put the work in over there.
maybe we can hire those ninja counters that that check the election results. Maybe we can get them involved and they can help us out. But or just go with the flow.
Yeah.
Every week, we have our guest counter, and
that's right. But just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of the Jobbing Jabronis Wrestling Podcast. Thanks a lot for joining us. We're getting funnier, more efficient, sexier every week. You saw how many hot segments that were on this show.
Woo!
Woo!
More musically inclined.
That's right. More musically inclined. We're gonna be doing Broadway soon, and Jobbing Jabronis on Broadway. But don't forget to subscribe. We do reviews of every episode of Raw, every episode of SmackDown, and all the pay-per-views. So
live premium events, Edwin.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's why I could never work for WWE.
Live events.
Premium live events.
Got to keep our future boss happy, right, Vince?
That's right.
We're waiting.
And we will see you all next week. Goodbye.
We'll see you at the matches.